Good morning, students. So, next part of the lesson, the election process in India. So, in the previous class, we discussed about the functions of the election commission. They have three functions. One is administrative functions, advisory functions, and quasi judicial functions. Next, political parties in elections. Usually, the political parties participate in elections. So, political parties are two types: regional parties and national parties. Already you know what is the meaning of regional parties. So, any party in a state, if a party wins 3% of valued votes and 3 assembly seats, it is declared as a regional party. Example, TRS, TDP, DMK and other parties. Shiromani Akali Dal in Punjab, DMK in Tamil Nadu, okay, and even YSR CP. So these are all only regional parties. Means these participate elections in only one state. So when it is also called as regional party, means when they got 3% of valued votes out of total votes. If they get 3%, and so second condition is they must won 3 assembly seats in a state, then only they declared as regional party. Clear? Next, another one is national parties. Who can participate in the national level in all the states? Those are called national parties. For national parties also there is a condition when it is considered as a national party. If a party is recognized in 4 states with 6% of valued votes, or 11 Lok Sabha MP seats from 4 different states, is called a national party. So, to consider a national party, they should get or they should recognize in 4 states with 6% of valued votes. So, if you calculate total votes of the 4 states, so they must get 6% valid votes, or 11 they should won 11 Lok Sabha seats, member of parliament seats from 4 different states, not in one state. Even YSRCP and TRS also won more than 11 Lok Sabha seats in our states, but these are not considered as national parties. So they must won 11, not in one state, 11 Lok Sabha MP seats in from 4 states. Example, in one state they won 4, in another state they won 1 only, they won 3 seats in different another state. Like the total should be 11 from 4 states. So then only the party will consider as national party. Example, now national parties are very less in our country. I think we are having only 2 or 3, that is BJP and Congress party. Once upon a time the Communist Party was also the national party. At present, I don't know either it is national party or regional party. Okay, clear? Next, the code of conduct. Already we discussed in the previous class. The code of conduct means set of guidelines issued by the Election Commission of India for conduct of elections. So at the time of elections only we can see the code of conduct. These are the rules and regulations should be followed by the political parties or who are contesting in elections. So the Election Commission announces the schedule of election. So this is also called Model Code of Conduct. Comes into effect at the time of elections. According to this, all the people and the candidates contesting the election shall be abide by the rules and regulations which are issued by the Election Commission. So, if anyone violates these rules, what will happen? If anyone violate these rules and regulations, so those people treated as malpractices for which disciplinary action shall be initiated. So on them, the Election Commission will take some serious action. Sometimes they will be suspended from the elections. Okay, so this is called the Code of Conduct. So at the time of Code of Conduct, the candidates who are contesting in the elections, what to do or what not to do will be announced by the Election Commission. We will discuss those points. So, key points of the Code of Conduct. The contesting candidates and political parties shall not make any statements pertaining to caste, creed, religion or regional while criticizing other parties. They should not give statements against any caste, creed. They should not abuse, they should not criticize any religion also. They should not support any caste or creed or religion or regional. Okay, so if they support any caste or any religion or when they abuse other religion or creed, so it means violation of rules. But nowadays in India, most of the times elections are depending on caste, creed, religion only. Okay, next. No personal comments shall be made that are not relevant to political life. This is also violating every time. Okay, we should not abuse any people based on personal. No political announcements targeting caste or religion shall be made. Okay, so it is also happening. So most of the parties are commenting other religion people or something. Next, in places such as churches, mosques, temples, other holy places, educational institutions, no candidate should canvass or campaign. So most of the times, the who are participating in election campaign, they don't have these rules and regulations, and those who are not educated. So that's why they may give slogans and they may make sounds with instruments near these places also. Okay, so the common people won't object this because of ignorance. They may do canvass or campaign nearby these places. No candidate shall be influenced the voters either by giving cash or any articles. It is very fun and very fun. So at the time of elections, people speak about these only. Openly they speak about the money and articles. All are distributing openly in our country. So after that, all announce how much they spent to win the elections also. Okay, even so many people, even educated people also expecting money from the candidates. So they are taking money and they are trying to cash their votes to some political parties. Even they are choosing their candidates from their caste, their religion. Okay, so these are going on. No voter shall be used to cast his or vote in others' identity. No campaigning within 100 meters on the day of polling. So it is very important. So near 100 meters, they should not, at the polling day, they should not campaign. Even after cast their vote, they should not reveal to whom they cast their vote within the distance. So previously, that issue was viral in media about Modi ji showed the what is that symbol after casting his vote near the polling station. That is also violation of rules. Okay, next. There should be no campaigning after or before the permitted hours. That is important. And before 7 o'clock, they should stop their campaign. Okay, after that, they don't have a right to disturb the people. Okay, if they cross that timings, so police will be file some cases on them. Okay, if they do repeatedly, so the candidate will be suspended. Okay, next. No political party shall either get voters to the polling stations or drop the voters from the polling stations. So it is also happening. So especially when you go to rural areas, the some particular party people arrange vehicles to the voters to reach the polling stations if the polling stations are far away from the villages. Okay, so they should not do like that. Everyone has the right to lead a peaceful life. Taking out rallies in the residential areas and picketing is against the rules. Next, hosting party flags, tying banners and writing on the walls, pasting posters on the houses are not allowed without permission. So I think these type of activities are reduced nowadays. More banners and writing on the walls are not practicing. Okay, so like that some rules and regulations will be imposed by the election commission at the time of elections, that is called code of conduct. The candidates should not violate these rules. Okay, next. Conducting rallies and public gatherings. If they want to conduct rallies or public gathering by the candidates, they should obtain prior permission from the police. If you inform to the police, then they will make arrangements to protect law and order and regulate the traffic movement at that place. So first of all, where you are going to conduct a public meeting or rallies or public gathering is there, so we have to give prior information to the police. That is main important. Next, when we given information to the police, so that area should be declared as the prohibited area and they follow some strictly rules. Next, they must take prior permission to use loudspeakers. At the time of elections, they should not use the loudspeakers. Even at the time of Ganesh Chaturdashi, previously they used DJ something at the time of procession, but nowadays the police were not giving the permission to use those loudspeakers and DJs. Okay, next, on the polling day, so what type of rules will be applied on the polling day? That is also more important. The polling personnel shall make all the arrangements to the voters to cast their vote in a democratic and peaceful atmosphere. So they will provide some polling stations near to the houses. So people will go there and cast their votes. Okay. Leaders of all political parties shall cooperate the polling staff to discharge their duties. They should not abstract them. Okay. Next, the polling agents sitting in the polling booths shall be issued identity cards. The names of or the party symbol shall not be on these cards. So to know the place where they cast their vote, so before only the polling agents will provide some slips, okay, to identify the polling booths with the help of the cards. The campaigning should end before 48 hours of polling day. So SMS is also prohibited. Alcohol shall not be distributed. Already we discussed about this point in the previous class. So the campaigning should be stopped before 48 hours of the polling day. In between, the liquor shops will be closed and the campaigning will be stopped. So even SMS also not allowed to send the voters. So neither the contesting candidate nor the supporters shall gather in large number near the polling booths. They will impose 144 section near the polling booths. What is the meaning of 144 section? So it don't allow to gather more than 2 people at one place. That is called the 144 section. Okay. There shall not be any posters, flags, symbols and election material in the camps. Any kind food shall not be kept in the camps. So these rules we should follow at the time of election day. Okay. So very good. So we should follow these rules at the time of elections. Next, another one is ruling party at the time of election. This is also more important. Why? Because ruling party have some power in their hands, so they can violate the rules and regulations which are imposed by the election commission. The ruling party can influence the police, influence the polling officials. Okay, that's why election commission laid down some rules and regulations to the ruling party also. So the ruling party leaders shall not misuse the power. They should not use bureaucracy for party related works. So even prime minister or chief minister or MLAs, MPs or ministers should not use their power. They should not misuse the power, okay, at the time of election time. Their official visits and party related visits shall not be mingled. Okay, so sometimes the ministers or chief minister or prime ministers use the government vehicles, helicopters, aeroplanes and all these. So they should not merge these two, mingle these two. They should show the expenditure separately. They should not be use government vehicles for campaigning, but sometimes chief minister, prime minister may use, because protection problems are there. If more than 3 security vehicles are used in campaigning, it should be shown in poll expenditure, election expenditure. So at the time of elections, the government, the election commission will impose how much amount the candidate can spend. I think it is 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs. So if any candidate spent more than that, that candidate is not eligible for elections. Okay, but nowadays for even for MLA, for MP, they are spending more than 50 crores to 150 crores. But election commission given permission to spend only 10 to 15 lakhs, but they are spending 100 or 200 times of that limit. But we are unable to control them. Okay. The moment the election schedule is issued, the election expenditure will come into force. The public properties like government buildings, offices and something, they should not use for campaigning. No advertisement of the government schemes shall be given either in a print media or the electronic media. But before elections they start. Okay, what are the schemes they implemented in the government? Okay, and by the government, example, widows pensions, rice for 2 rupees and something. Okay, next. Before giving announcement in TV, the political party shall obtain permission of the election commission. So these rules also should follow by the ruling party. Okay, either they are following or not, you have to see. Okay, next. Conduct of elections, various levels. Conduct elections in various levels. So the elections to the parliament and the state assembly in the state are held under the chief electoral officer. Already we discussed, we have 3 commissioners. One is chief election commissioner and 2 election commissioners. So those appoint some other people to support them at the time of elections. So that is called, one is chief election electoral officer. So the chief electoral officer is the officer in the state level. Okay, so under their monitoring, the parliament or state assembly elections will be held. Okay, so district level, the district collector acts as the chief election officer. In the district level, the district collector acts as the chief election officer at the time of elections. Next, returning officer. Who is called returning officer? So returning officer conduct and monitor elections in every constituency. So district collector monitor district level, but this returning officer monitoring only constituency level. So maybe MRO will be appointed as a returning officer in the constituency level. Okay, so what are the duties of the returning officer? The candidates who have interest or zeal to be elected submit their nomination papers to the returning officer. What is the meaning of nomination papers? So who are interested to contest in the elections, they have to fill some application and they have to pay some amount to the returning officer to participate in the elections, not to cast vote, to participate, to elect as a member. They should submit some papers to the returning officer. That is called the nomination papers. So we can take these nomination papers from the returning officer. Then we should fill all the columns in the nomination papers, and along with that we have to pay some amount, 5,000 or 10,000, to participate in elections. So their nominations must be supported by at least one registered elector of the constituency. So who are interested to contest in the elections, so that fellow should be supported by another person from that constituency. Okay, like that. Next, if a candidate is supported by a registered party, he or she is called the party candidate. Sometimes the people contest on behalf of the parties from BJP, from Congress, from TRS, from TDP, from something like that. So when we called that party candidate, means the political party will support to them. They will issue the B forms. Okay, with the name of the political party, they issued the forms. Those should be submitted to this officer. So on others, the others are called the independents. So independents means, so they don't get any support from the political parties. They participate in elections individually. So these are not political party candidates. These are called independents. Anyone can contest independently. Okay, next. EVM. Already you know. EVM means electronic voting machine. So after submitting the nominations papers, okay, so the returning officer will scrutinize these papers. Okay, the eligible candidates are prepared a list. Okay, and the returning officer will give the option to the people to withdraw their nominations within a specific period. So some people will submit the nominations first, then later after 15 days they withdraw their nominations. So returning officer will give some time to withdraw the nominations. Okay, later returning officer shall declare the final list who are contesting in the elections, their names and everything, and party candidates who are supporting by the political parties, so allotted the party symbol, and the independent candidates will be allotted the symbols which are available at the time. So some people will get a fan symbol and coconut, something. So different symbols they use. Okay, so later after that the names of the people and the symbols will be entered into the EVMs. EVMs means, already discussed, electronic voting machines. We are using now electronic voting machines. Though here in this machine the name of the candidate and the symbol of the candidate will be pasted on the EVM machines to identify the candidate easily. So in front of the name, so we can find the one button. So if you want to cast the vote to him, so in front of the name we should press that button. Then we can cast our vote to that particular person. That is called electronic voting machine. Previously we used only ballot papers, but now we are using electronic voting machines. It is very easy to cast their vote and to carry to one place to another, and to announce the results. Counting the votes also very easy. Okay, so there are three types of elections. Elections are three types: general elections, midterm elections, and by-elections. So what is the meaning of general elections? So general elections means every 5 years normally elections will be conducted in the state level and central levels. That is called general elections. After completion of the term, so again the political parties will go for elections. That is called general elections. Midterm elections, so before completion of 5 years tenures, if the elections are held for either assemblies or parliament, are called midterm elections. Sometimes the political parties decide to go for elections before only. So previously our TRS government also went for elections before 1 year, before completion of 5 years, before 1 year only they decided to go for elections. That is called midterm elections. If the elections conducted before completion of 5 years tenure, so if the elections are held for either assembly or parliament, are called mid-term elections. Even in Sri Lanka also, the Sri Lankan president went for elections before 1 year, but he was defeated, unfortunately. Okay, sometimes if you go elections before completion of tenure, some political parties will get benefit, some political parties will lose their authority. Okay, next, by elections. If the elections conducted for one or more vacancies are termed as by elections. So because of if any people resigned, if any person died because of illness or something, so then by elections are required. So at the time, if the elections conducted for one or more vacancies are termed as by elections. Clear? So three type of elections are there: general elections, mid-term elections, by elections. Next, another one is very important: vote to reject. So who are crossed 18 years will get the voting right. So those will be participate in elections. So who are crossing the 18 years should be apply for election voting right or election card. Okay, so then they will participate in the next elections. So people usually since 50-60 years, people casting their votes to different political parties, but they don't have a choice to reject the persons who are contesting in the elections. But in 1993, the Supreme Court, 2013, the Supreme Court, in the case of People's Union of Civil Liberties, so nota is introduced. What is the meaning of nota? Vote to reject or none of the above. So under the names of all the political party, all the contestants in the EVM, so last button will be the nota. If you don't have interest to cast your vote to above the people, we can choose the nota button. So you are not interested to vote to any candidate above the list. That is the meaning of nota. Okay, nota was first introduced as an option, not compulsory, as an option in assembly elections in Delhi, Mizoram, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh elections in 2013. So nota was introduced first in 2013 in Delhi, Mizoram, Rajasthan elections. So what is nota? Nota is an option only. You should understand that it is an option. If you have interest to cast your vote to any person, you can. But you don't have interest, then you can choose the nota. It does not affect either the winning or the losing capabilities of the candidates. So it is only satisfaction only. Okay, this nota, if you cast your vote to nota, that cannot be affect either the winning or losing capabilities of the candidates. Okay, even though the highest number of votes are polled for nota, the candidate who secure second position would be declared win. So usually who got more votes, those will be declared as the winner. Okay, but here even most votes are polled for nota also, so we should not consider. Okay, so the next person who got more votes than other persons will be declared as the winner. Okay, example, if you take the one example to understand easily, here A, B, C are contested in elections and nota also there in the end of the list. So here A got 5,000 votes, B 8,000 votes, C 7,500 votes, got nota polled 8,500 votes. Means here more than 3 candidates. So people chose Nota button. So here 8,500 votes polled for Nota, even though the person who got second position. So here A 5,000, B 8,000, C 7,500 means B is in the second position. That's why he will be declared as the winner. So like that, so Nota won't show effect on the persons. Clear? Next, postal ballot. Already I think you heard about the name of the postal ballot. So sometimes at the time of polling time, the election commission use the employees of state government and central government to do duties in the polling stations. So before 1 day or 2 days, these people who are selected to participate in elections sent to different places, far away places from their native place to conduct the elections. So at the time on the polling day, they are unable to utilize their voting right. So at that time, the government will give some facility to them to cast their vote, that is called postal ballot. The polling staff who have deputed for polling duties have the postal ballot vote. So before only they will get some ballot paper, so they can cast their vote with the help of ballot paper. They utilize their rights to vote before the commencement of the polling date with ballot paper. This paper will be sent to the concerned polling constituencies. So at the time of counting, these postal ballots also considered. Those will be considered at the time of counting. Okay, clear? So next, so like this, elections are conducted in our India. So this is very big process in India. Why? Because we have more population, more than 120 crores now, and out of that 60 crores of people are having voting right. So once upon a time, very less percent of voters were there. At the time of British time, only 14% people are given voting rights. So they conducted elections in 1937. At that time, only 12% voting rights given to the people. Percentage people are given to the voting rights. And out of 11 provinces, 8 won by the Congress party. Okay. Later, gradually the voting rights are increasing. People are increased. Now more than 60 crores of people are having. Now maybe 80 crores of people are having voting rights. Okay. So and it is a vast country, and every people are having a voting right instead of some rights. Example, every people, we don't consider any caste, creed, and social status while giving the voting rights. So every citizen in India will get their voting right. So it is very difficult. At the time of first elections, our authorities felt more difficult, but slowly we introduced a good system to conduct the elections. Clear? So this is the information about election process in India. Thank you.